Dummy. Stupid. That was dumb. All right, based college guy. Hello. What? Hello? Damn, now I got the Aussie hello. Hello? Hello? Based college guy.
Hello? Can
How's
you
it
hear me?
going? Yeah, I can hear you now. I hear you now. So, tell me, what brings you here today? What?
Like here to therapy?
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Or what else? My demons.
Your demons?
I've been yeah, I've
Have you
been
been
fighting.
tripping
Like,
balls? Like on acid or something? Like, what do you mean?
oh no, I've just been I've been living on another planet, and the moment I got back here, I started fighting.
Drugs are
So
bad, kids.
they are bad. But yeah, I wanted to talk to you about ways of, because you're a streamer, you've been through it, clearly.
Been through what?
I'm like the trials of life, you know.
Oh yeah, let me tell you about my trials and tribulations.
No, I didn't mean like you don't need to tell me about them. I just like how do you overcome them?
I don't
Because
have them. That's how I overcome them. Like, what
really,
kind of trials do you mean?
um, so something like you're like a Twitch kick streamer, and then you have to like sort of like to push yourself forward. You have to put your body a bit more out there, and then it kind of sends off the wrong message, especially since you're like at least you claim to be like not a hoe, but like it sends off the wrong message. People like judge before they meet you, and then they get the wrong
Sure.
idea. And
Sure.
of course you do. Yeah, of course you do with something similar to that. So I'm like,
Sure.
yeah, push through like misinformation about yourself.
But I mean, like, even if I wasn't an OnlyFans girl, like, just attractive girls in general, people will assume things about them, even if they don't do anything online. Like, just the average girl on the street. If they're pretty, guys will just be like, yeah, probably a whore.
Yeah, but like in your case, they have proof, sort of.
I mean, like, what do you mean?
Like the girl walking down the street, like she may be hot, and I'm like, oh, she's probably naughty. But like I don't know anything about her. I know something about you, at
Yeah,
least
so
online.
so then what are you asking me though? I don't understand. What is the deal?
Like this is kind of like a problem. Maxine, how do you deal with it?
I mean, I don't really deal with it. I don't really go outside and talk to strangers.
So, how do you deal with the problem of being antisocial?
I don't think I am antisocial.
But that's like the same thing as not going out and talking to people.
Not really. I talk to people all the time online.
But they're not real people. They're just like projections on the screen.
We are not real?
No. I mean like they kind of like first of all, there's no like physical contact, which is very important in socialization.
Not really.
And then you disagree,
I disagree.
but
I
like
talk to people all the time just because I'm not touching them though. I can go to the barn and talk to my friends, the humans, not just the horses. We don't touch each other.
okay, I'll prove that wrong by saying like if you had a boyfriend and you loved him, you prefer to like be in person there touching him.
I mean, sure, but that's not socializing. That's like different.
That's like advanced socialization where it's like on a deeper level where you're connecting not just like mentally by having a conversation, like you're connecting them emotionally, physically, a bunch of other ways, like in a relationship. But like just talking to a stranger is just like the surface level, but there's a form of like physicality required to like make it substantial.
What do you mean?
Like, what would be a good way to put it? It's like when Trump wants to give a speech, a campaign speech, he doesn't just televise it on television. He goes to like a stage, stands in front of some people, and then delivers the speech. It has more effect, like when you're socializing, like when you're talking to people. So, like,
Well,
I'm
I'm
just
not a.
asking, like, how do you? I'm just asking, how do you deal with your problems? And you're trying to act like you don't have problems, which is not true.
Well, I mean, I have stalkers, so I have guns. Um,
Okay,
I
that's
don't
one way
know.
to do it.
Like, I think in general, though, my life is extremely privileged. Like, I'm incredibly lucky.
Yeah,
So I
true.
mean, like, I don't really have like the problems that like a typical person would have. Like they're rich people problems, essentially. You know?
So you've already like beaten your problems.
Yeah. Pretty much any problem that I have at this point in my life would be like, how do I avoid even more taxes legally?
Taxes. But that
Like that's
okay,
even me. That's rich people
that's
problems.
exactly. I was about to say that's hypocritical if you actually serious about them. But
Yeah. So I mean, like, yeah.
since
So
you
it's
ha-
it's hard for me. That's why I'm like, what do you mean tribulations, like trials? Like I don't have those.
okay, so if you don't have problems, why are you like never happy 24/7?
I'm very happy. What do you mean? I always tell people how happy I am. Like I have animals, and that's cool. And I like always doing stuff with them and showing them pictures.
24/7 though.
Well,
24.
because no one's happy 24/7. Doesn't matter if your life is great.
Because there are problems in those 24 hours that come up.
No, no, it's not a problem every day. I would say my problems are really rare. Maybe like a few problems, like you get into fights with people, just arguments like a few times a year, but rarely all the time.
Okay, if you say you don't have problems, okay, let me do something like specific to your self. Like you are this person, you're this streamer, you've been established, boom, nice. Eventually when I'm not speaking for you, but like or if eventually you wanted to do something else and before you said that you don't socialize or you don't go outside so you don't have to deal with these people and their opinions. Or but eventually when you leave like this online persona behind and you're eventually forced to the outside world, like how would you be dealing with that problem?
That's not a problem. I would. Why would that be an issue? I don't understand.
Because when you run from like you say, or when you don't socialize in person as much, it's kind of like you just the problem tab is just kind of racking, isn't it? It's just like piling up. You
No,
haven't dealt anything. No?
no. What do you mean? How
So
is a
like
problem tab racking up if you're not having problems? What are you talking about?
I mean the problems that come from other people's opinions, which you're currently
Oh, you're
like
saying you're an insecure little bitch who gives a fuck? Yeah, I'm not one of those, so I don't have those issues.
no, I'm not no, that's don't project on me. I'm just saying I'm not saying like me in person, me in particular, like I probably will never meet you in person. Like I'm
So,
talking like let's say you have a kid, beautiful kid,
okay.
and then you go to school to drop him off, and then not even you, he encounters these problems, and of course your child is gonna bring these problems back to mom.
What do you mean?
Like then how do you
What are these
like
problems? You're not saying what problem there would be.
the opinions of other people based on like what you do for a living?
Oh, I just don't give a fuck. Why would I care? They're not the ones with the
Oh,
money. They're brokies. They're always gonna hate.
I mean, yeah, but what about like the people that are not brokies that also hate what you
They
do, like
don't.
conservative?
People who aren't brokies are too concerned with their own life and their own shit going on. They don't have time to like hate on other people for making money. Most people who have
So wait,
made
wait,
money
wait.
are familiar with there's
I'm,
some
I'm
things you gotta do that like aren't like you don't want to do, but hey, money's money, hustle's a hustle.
so like you're saying I'm a brokey?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I am a college guy, so yeah,
Yeah,
you're not too far.
yeah.
But I mean, me aside, like let's say the brokies are yapping and whatever, but like eventually when you become uh eventually when you build connections to people like a wife, like lesbian, or like a husband, or a son, a boyfriend, something like that. Like eventually when you develop this sort of bond to someone else, then you're gonna have to like face these brokies through your the people you're attached to. Like if they can't get to Amaranth because she has like a solid skin or like she doesn't give a fuck, then gonna try and get to her through her kid who gives a fuck. You get me?
I don't see what I'm confused is you act like I have a kid right now when I'm Amaranth.
No, no, no.
But then like in the
You
future, that's not making sense because if I left the internet and I had a kid in 20 years, no one's going to give a fuck about Amaranth or even know who that is anymore.
but we're brokies. That's all we care about. Like keeping up with the stars,
But that's
even
not, see,
after
that's the
they
thing though. That
fade
wouldn't be
away.
keeping up. This would be an obsolete sector of the internet. There'd be so many
You
new
think
influencers and new things to keep up with in 20 years.
I disagree. You think we're completely gonna
Okay,
forget
what creators
about
from
the Hasm
20
people?
years ago do you keep up with? Tell me what e-girls you remember from 20 years ago.
I don't like Eagles
Exactly.
is a new thing. No, 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 Eagle. No, no, no. That wasn't the
Exactly.
point. Like Eagles are a new thing. So like 20 years ago, they weren't really like doing anything like mainstream. You get me? They are more mainstream right now. Like something I would say like the internet won't forget is like okay, let's look back at um
That's not true. There
like
were, you just didn't know about them. What porn star from 20 years ago?
okay,
Okay,
yeah, that's a better thank you. That's a better example. Like look at Maya Khalifa. Like she thinks because she did it 20 years ago, we're gonna forget. Like that's not happening, bro. You get me?
okay,
Like
let's
we
do that
still
even
like
10 years ago. Name an e-girl you would still keep up with from 2013 or 14.
Amouranth. I'm just
No,
kidding.
that's what
Um,
I'm saying.
I'm just okay, I guess, but like look at the case of Maya Khalifa. Like she comes out and she's giving like relationship advice, and then people like it's not even terrible advice, but people
She's
are
still
just
on
like,
the internet though.
wait,
You're talking about a situation where I leave the internet. What girl from 10 years ago who has left the internet do you still want to keep up with?
uh, but like, you think you ever truly be able to leave?
Yes.
Like truly?
Yeah, you just don't turn the computer on and go on those sites and stop reading shit. Yeah, it's easy. Remember, so you're
Like
too young. Back in my day, when internet first started, there was a thing called dial-up, and the internet was a place at your desk, and it didn't follow you around. You can
the
still
times are
choose,
changing.
but you can still choose to not look at that stuff. You know what you do? You make new accounts and you browse the internet on non-related accounts. I go to talk to people. Twitch and Kick are still not mainstream. I go to talk to people. I have to explain to them what Twitch or Kick is. They don't know. Most people have no idea who I am.
So what I'm getting from like your messages or to like people like yourself or people who want to be like yourself, like fuck it. Like no one's
What?
gonna remember all this.
Yeah, no one. No one who matters,
You know?
especially.
How about like so but like there is also like like uh how do I put it? An angle in there where it's like you will kind of end up hiding this because you were talking about it like the way you're talking about it, it sounds like you're gonna kind of hide that side away from your reality when you want to leave it.
And not only about hiding, it's just about doing different things. It's pivoting. When I'm done with it,
Everything.
I'm not going to be making OnlyFans stuff anymore. I'm not going to be streaming. I'm not going to be on social media. I'll just be doing other things in my life, enjoying my money.
Okay, but like when you pivot, do you think the rest of the world pivots with you, or like is that just
You
only your
act like the
reality?
rest, like I said, the people that actually know who I am, very, very small percentage of the internet alone, even smaller percentage of people I'm likely to encounter in real life.
Mm.
Like, so it's like,
Like
it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not going to
Okay.
care what other people do. The likelihood of me talking to someone who knows who Amouranth is in the future, very unlikely.
I'll show you 1 to 100.
Like 200.
Never say never, you know.
I mean,
But
like, even if you knew who
like
I was, cool. But, like, I don't, like, why would that affect anything, though?
it's will because like you like everyone around you won't be as tough as you, and then like they always do, they find like the weakest link and then they
Well, then
get
I
you.
wouldn't hang
Um,
around them. If they're little bitches, why do I want to talk to them? I wouldn't. They wouldn't be in
what?
my social
Oh,
circle.
come on. What if it's like your cute, like adorable son or something? Like he can't be like a tough bastard. You get me? Like he's just a kid. They could be able to
What
get
do you mean?
like
What would he be
I'll put it
having to
like this,
deal with? What are you talking about?
like Drake, his kid,
What about his
like
kid?
his kid's mom is a porn star, you know, and then it's kind of like you think he doesn't get teased about that.
Why would he care? His dad is Drake and he has money. Who cares if he
He'll,
gets
he'll
teased? Yeah, people who tease him, he
he'll
probably makes fun of them, like brokies. Like
I disagree. No, I disagree. I think
why are
Adonis
you
would care
so
because
concerned about what other people think about you? That's not most people. That's a very insecure mindset.
it's called empathy.
No,
Because
it's not. That's not empathy. That's insecurity.
how
Empathy is when you can understand where when someone is hurting and like why they might be hurting in that
exactly,
situation.
and I can understand how a kid will be hurt in that situation.
No, you're projecting your own like, oh, what will they think about me? What will they say about me? That is not a sign of hurting. Hurting is when like your friend's dog dies and you've had a dog die and you know how that feels. That's empathy.
No, like how can you reduce it to such a basic level? Like feeling
That's a
empathy for
deeper
animals is
level.
so
What do you
basic.
mean?
Everyone can, even a psychopath can feel empathy for animals, but
That's
like
not true.
feeling
Actually, that's not true. That's why there's like
feeling it for humans is something else entirely.
no, you're feeling for the human. Like I know what it's like to go through that. That's not. I didn't. My point was
That's
feeling
not
it for
empathy.
humans. Yeah, it is.
Exactly. I'm telling like in that situation, if you were actually empathetic, you would like kind of understand. You'll be like, oh,
What are you actually
only
trying to
like
say? Are you trying to say that because I make OnlyFans right now, that one day my kids will get bullied for it, and how will I deal with that? Is that what you're actually trying to ask? Just be straight up, rather than all this bullshit.
no, that's not my accent. I like originally like you didn't want to tell. You told me you don't have any problem, so I'm kind of like making up one for you.
Yeah, why? Because you're jealous?
Can't be jealous of a woman. Come on.
Then why are you trying to make up a problem for me? I don't understand.
I would say more like insight.
You don't have any though. Like you said, you're making stuff up.
Technically,
So then what? What does that do for you if you're just making stuff up and it's fake? So I'm still correct. I don't have actual problems.
I am. It's like how do I put it like this? Literally, what you're doing is like you're telling people I'm around. I made an OnlyFans. There's no repercussions. I have no problems.
There are no
Don't you
repercussions.
think? Don't you think that's a bad thing to say?
No, I tell girls though, like most girls, like you don't do it because you're probably not going to be successful, and people around you are gonna like who are actually like if you try to have like a normie job, and if not you have an OnlyFans, you get fired. You know your dating pool might be less. You might have less options. Like I tell people to avoid it usually, but for me, no, because I have multi-millions of dollars from it. I've escaped the problem point. There's no more risk involved. I don't have risk of
There's
not
always
being successful. Most people aren't going to be successful.
there's always like, but like even like this guy, I don't know if it's Newton that said it. Like for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So like there's a consequence for everything, don't you think?
No,
No.
no.
And if you're telling me I can do some things and there be no consequence,
It depends what you're doing.
if that was true, then why did they make laws?
So, like I said, it depends what you're doing. If you're not hurting anyone
So,
else, then it's fine.
hurt. What's hurt?
Like you're not out there killing people. You're not out there
You-
like what do you mean, man?
Okay, you're a woman. Let me show it to you like this. You're a woman, so you obviously feel this deeper
Yeah.
than me, and I'm
Yeah.
talking about
Mansplain it
emotional
to it for
pain.
me. You sound like a real man. Mansplain it to me.
You deal with like you have a like the ability to feel like emotional pain on a different level, which is why women take heartbreak like very like hard.
I
So
actually
like I'm
think
telling you,
guys
like,
take heartbreak harder than women do because women have more options in this day and age.
what kind of men are you dating?
No, it's just the men I hear about on Discord.
Or how about the men you've been with? Who was hurt more?
That's not a situation that I have encountered. In fact,
You've never
my
been with
exes,
a
they
man?
hurt more because they're trying to holla back years later, being like, "I'm sorry, I cheated on you. I'm
God damn.
sorry, I was an asshole, Amaranth." And I'm just like, bro, I got penis lined up for years. I don't need you. I'm good. Penis that's more successfully and more attractive. I'm good. Girls
But
have
back
options.
to what I was saying. Back to what I was saying. Like, I'm not trying to talk about penis. Like, back to what I was saying. Like, you feel emotional pain more. Wouldn't you say, like, emotional pain can be just as damaging as physical pain?
Yes. If
Exactly. So, like,
so, so what?
when you say exactly, so when you say like, oh, you're not hurting anyone, I mean like, yeah, you are gonna emotionally hurt some people. So like,
How?
you are hurting.
How am I
I
hurting
just
people by
gave you,
having an OnlyFans?
I just gave, I mean, one like prime literal example is you're promoting the masturbation, bro, and like
That's not
that's
hurting
that's
people.
more
That's keeping guys from hurting others. They're draining their balls and they're having like the sleepy effect after they come, and so they're less likely to go outside and hunt down real women. I'm keeping them at home and lonely and keeping them away from real women. I think
so
that's
a
actually
hundred.
helping a lot of women.
Nice. So 100% of your OnlyFans, like the male demographic, are rapists that you're helping out.
No, I'm saying imagine a guy who's sexually frustrated, right? But he may be unhinged. I'm not saying all of them, but what about the ones who are? Who are sexually frustrated and like mentally not there and they're chronically online because they have a lack of social understanding. And
Okay,
if
so you
he can
okay,
have an
okay,
outlet
wait, wait, wait.
online,
Okay, wait. So let me get this. You've perfected developing a product that appeals to deranged individuals. Is that not crazy?
yeah, the ones who are deranged, I think it's good they have an outlet they have online where they don't have to hurt anyone.
Like when you're selling a certain kind of product and your market is a certain kind of demographic, doesn't that not say more about your product than about the people you're drawing?
What do you mean? A product is a thing and and it attracts different kinds of customers. What are you talking about?
Nope. Like designer brands are worn exclusively by rich people
That's
and
not true. I see brokies with designer brands all the time.
they're trying to look rich. You get me?
Sure.
They're trying to look like what they're not. But like the market is associated with rich people. You get me? Like you see someone in like head to toe Louis Vuitton. Like if you don't know anything about them, you don't know they're brokey. You assume they're rich. That's how it works. You don't assume that an average guy, or else people won't put on this designer item. So like the product does dictate the market. You get me?
What does that have to do with OnlyFans? Make that analogy now.
You're making deranged content and it's appealing to
I'm
deranged
not
people.
making deranged content. What do you think I'm doing? Like fucking bestiality OnlyFans? Like my shit is normal, straight male geared content. Like what do you mean?
No, I think if you're making normal content, you appeal to normal people, don't you think?
What do you? It is normal content. Like I'm not doing like a bunch of like furry porn or something. Like what do you mean?
Furry porn is so extreme. Like you don't have to use furry porn. Like it's more like obviously like there's been like a lot of studies done and that shows that like pornography has crazy detrimental effects to kids. So
Well, OnlyFans, you
you
have to
would
be 18 and up to pay for it. So I mean, like, what is your point? You have to have a credit card.
come on, like you're acting like kids don't like have the ways. Like you were a kid once. You had
Well,
your
that's a
ways.
parent problem then. If the kids aren't monitoring if parents aren't monitoring kids using their credit card or like what they're doing, that's a parental problem.
But like, doesn't your knowledge of this like doesn't it affect you a bit?
No, it doesn't.
No?
If
Shouldn't it?
parents don't have control over their kids, that's the parent problem. The kids are probably going to be more fucked up beyond, seeing porn if their parents are shitty.
I disagree.
I
What?
don't. They're going to be fucked up for other reasons of their lack of parental involvement, not the porn part.
All right, should I reveal the pipeline?
What pipeline? Also, again, you're trying to go back to saying I have a problem? That's not my problem, like I said. So what is still your point? Where are you going with this now?
Okay, let me reveal the pipeline now. So you have this idea, which is actually kind of crazy, that like you're sedating like a violent demographic or section of the youth that is on the prowl for women, that you're creating content
No,
to
I don't
sedate
think
them.
most guys intend to harm women at all. I think, in fact, a lot of times people harm each other not meaning to, but they end up doing it anyway.
But you feel like you're making something to like help take that away.
No, that's not what I'm making it
So
for. I'm making it because I'm greedy and I know sex sells. Like, what else? Like, I'm saying that as a byproduct, though. It can be positive in that regard. In
okay,
certain
but like
situations, it can be positive.
all
I'm not
right,
saying I'm a
that then
hero. I'm saying I like money and this is how money is made. And I'm going to enjoy my life because of the money I made from it.
that's fair. But what I'm saying is that like what women don't like want to accept or realize is that like when you create like this pornographic content, it radicalizes like the youth sexually, and then you are actually the ones creating like this sexually deviant people that are
Okay,
likely to
so if
rape
I
women.
deleted my OnlyFans, is there still more porn out there?
No, but like in one of the
No,
popular
answer the
ones, so like
question. Answer the question. If I never did OnlyFans, if I delete all my accounts right now, is there more porn out there?
you did, like
You're not
just not
answering the
focus on the what
question.
ifs.
You're not
Like
answering the
you just
question.
you're focusing on the what ifs. Like we should
Yeah,
be
because
focused
you
on
know I have a
reality.
point here and you're trying not to see it. Just answer the
But
question.
like
If I delete my OnlyFans
and
account
okay,
right now, does it change anything? Is there still porn out there for people to have this issue that you're trying to claim is an issue?
true, that it won't change. But how about this?
Then it's
If
not my
more women
problem.
had if more women had your mentality, pornography content will increase. Am I wrong?
No.
Come on, I'm not wrong because you feel like it's fine. You've said there are no
No, I believe we're
consequences.
already beyond
You've said,
oversaturation. I don't think any amount of it online will increase. I think it's just going to like as far as like active people making it. I feel like as quickly as people enter, people are leaving the industry too. People get married,
when I
they
say,
settle down, they decide to move on with life, they do other stuff. Like it's just a constant flow right now.
but like you being on here and like having this massive audience, it's not just about promoting like the like an increase in like the availability of porn online. It's more like an increase in like the consumption of porn itself. You get me? Like drugs have always existed, but like when rappers come out and talk about drugs, it increases the consumption of it. You get what I'm saying? Like the way people people have an opinion on like rap music increasing violence. What you
Well, it's
do
because they're
increases
promoting illegal
sexual.
activities. Porn is not
True.
illegal.
Exactly. Like the same way they promote illegal activities by making the music, you promote sexual deviancy by making this.
I would promote sexual deviancy just by existing because if I'm in a shirt and
No,
men can see me, I'm giving them bad thoughts because I'm an attractive female. So that's actually
I feel
false.
that's I feel that's something that's unfortunate. That's something that was like
Yeah,
imbued
so
into
if
your
they're gonna do that
mindset.
already, if being an attractive female, even if I was Pokemon, people would be making deep fakes of me in porn because they find me attractive. Someone's gonna be making porn of me anyways, whether it's fan art, whether it's AI, whether it's deep fakes. So why not me make it myself and have control over it and benefit from it rather than being a victim to it?
Like you're running from an imaginary problem.
No, that is a problem already.
I mean,
They do
they do
this to
that to a certain
girls.
kind of
No, they do this to girl
certain.
streamers all the time. Any girl online who's not making porn, someone's made fan art or pornography of her, even if it's fake, using her image.
But it's only like It's only like a certain kind of woman, a woman that like
A
sexualizes
woman is
herself so much.
attractive. No, like they've done it to
No,
Pokimane, they've done it to
no.
Cutie Cinderella. They're not sluts at all. They don't do OnlyFans at all. They don't even wear cleavage usually. They're
Uh,
attractive.
but no, it's not just. It's about like there's a certain like sexualization that goes on with this woman you just mentioned. Like there's a reason they don't go and do it to like Michelle Obama. Like come on, she is not presenting herself that way, so no one wants to
No,
see
that's
that.
because she's an old woman. It's nothing to do with the way she's presenting herself. It's because she's an old woman,
Okay,
and they're not
why
attracted
is
to
there no?
her. They don't
Why is
find
there
her
no like?
attractive.
I am attracted to Angelina Jolie. Like, why is there no deep fake porn of
There
her?
is.
There's not.
There absolutely is.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
Send me a link.
I'm not gonna send you a link. I'm telling you there is. You Google it. You're the one with the kink.
I have no kinks. Kinks are demons.
No, that's what you say because you fucking are influenced by some weird dude in your life or religion or both. There's a bunch of weird dudes in religion though, so it's probably both.
Don't you think that
Go
weirder
Google
dudes
it.
in
Go Google it
porn
right
industry?
now. You go Google it. Angelina
Don't you
Jolie
think the
porn.
don't you think there are more dangerous men in the porn industry than in religion?
No, absolutely not. Johnny Sins is a great guy, okay? Like that is not
Okay,
true.
so what does Abella Danger complain about when she says like watch out in the porn industry? Is she like
What are you
schizophrenic?
talking about? I don't even know. I don't even follow Bella Danger. See, you follow all these
But
porn
like
stars and trying to act like you're holier than thou. Shut up, you're just a coomer.
I don't
You're just a
I
coomer who
don't
doesn't want to be labeled a coomer.
no, you're projecting now. I don't follow them. I heard about Abella Danger like talking on like the dangers of this industry. Like I can't watch an
Right,
interview.
coomer
What the f-
self-reporting.
like if I was a Kuma, like I won't be like
You're just
disgusted
like
by
the
what you
guys
speak
who
of.
consume Mia Khalifa's porn and then call her haram. When it's like, you guys sought it out and watched it. What do you mean?
No, no. I'm not a Kuma. Like come on, bro. I'm not a Kuma.
You are a coomer.
Like a Kuma will be like up here like trying to excuse what you're doing. But I'm trying to open your eyes
No,
to
the
like
problem is you're a
see the way I
religious
see
coomer.
it.
Your ego inside wants to outrun your penis, and that's you can't. Your penis is attached to you.
But is it not more like kind of like Chad when like a guy can control his penis?
No, I don't give a fuck.
So
I don't
like
care about you
you
controlling
won't
your
mind.
penis. It's more about your
Okay.
actions.
Okay, so you won't mind if you had a boyfriend that couldn't control his penis. Or would you
No,
prefer
that's
one that could?
normal. Guys never flaccid around me. That's normal. Every time I see him, even every time I would see a boyfriend, a lover, whatever, their penis is always erect. Like, what can I
So
say?
he should extend the same courtesy to other women.
I mean, if he's putting himself in that situation, then that's we got to talk about that. But that's I don't care. His penis getting hard, great. I walk around naked anyway, so it's fine.
Uh, uh, I guess like so in some cases like some people already have like a hardened heart and then they're like set in the way so like they can't see it from another point of view. But don't think that like because it's not physical harm that like no harm has occurred.
The only harm that there could be is that more parasocial stalkers try to show up on my doorstep. But really, they're harming themselves because I'm in Texas and you're going to fuck around, you're going to find out. Okay? So, I
Okay,
mean, that's their own problem. Yeah, I call that natural selection.
all right, natural selection. How about you complaining about problems your actions have brought upon yourself?
But I'm not, though. You're
And
coming to me trying to make up problems. That's what I'm
no,
saying.
you just complain about the stalker.
No, I'm not complaining. I'm saying that's the only problem you could say OnlyFans creates. And even then, I don't find that a problem. I call that natural selection.
Oh, so you're gonna take care of it.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
I find
I
that an
guess.
opportunity.
I guess. All right. Well, it was good talking to you, Amouranth. I just wanted to see where your mind's at.
Yep. Well, good luck with your problems. Sorry, I can't relate to them.
Yeah, I'm a brokey.
Yeah, it's okay. You're in college. There's still time to fix it.
Yeah. You got time. You got time. All right. Bye.
Bye. Sorry, Two Hand. I didn't feel like there was anywhere that you could cut in there usefully without it just dragging. I felt him wrapping it up. Didn't want to extend it. Emily, 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 Emily.